Okay, cool. So I'm going to talk about my sort of practice. I've got a few different interests and I try to combine them with what I do. So I practice as an unregistered architect. I've been working in Sydney, London, and I've just came back to teach. So I teach, practice, and I do art projects. So an installation. So this is an installation I did for Art Week last year. If you came to the last picture, Kucha, I had that drawing on the left, which is called the Real Pyramid Schema. Shows you how we're all in the scheme. Everyone's working hard, making ends meet, and I made this pyramid to sit in and draw art, talk to public, and create happy drawings to cheer them up. So from that, a company called Syrup made a video called Everyday Humans about Kiwis who do projects they love. So we did some filming of the pyramid in forestry, Te Arai, and filmed on the beach. And then just from a little coffee scene that we had, I don't know how it came about, this festival in Tauranga picked it up, the Tauranga Coffee Festival. So I was part of that, did some screen printing. One got approved, one was a bit loose. And then from that, it's kind of been this Tauranga connection. So I was part of the Zine Fest about a few weeks ago. So I was part of this collaborative of artists that sort of had this underground, sort of homemade, lo-fi creation of art, of topics which aren't sort of mainstream, which is a lot of fun. And I'm part of Art Week this year. I'm going to sit in the pyramid and text to people. So it's just sort of comment on sort of how we are sort of stuck on our phones, and we'd rather do that than go out and talk to people and drink and socialise. So anyway, come along to that. It's in October. So these are kind of commentaries I make. These are sort of thought bubbles. I've had a few shows at a few galleries with them. Sort of comments on GJ Gardner Homes, GJ Gardner Graves, Dairy Free New Zealand, Nuclear Free New Zealand, tagging Fonterra on it. And then a few little funny things that sort of have been inspired from teaching. So Death by Pinterest, students abusing Pinterest. So a voodoo doll for that. Trip While You're Behind, and Someone Fucked My Model. It's an old joke when I was a student, so I've got to rehash it. So from the thought bubbles, I decided the best way to do it would probably be to make t-shirts. So I've got a commentary on sort of the status of Auckland diners and social status of people, SQPR, Burger King, Mahoney Toast. Anti-yuppie shell, busy as a bee, working hard at home, and there's a 50% chance you'll like this drawing. Yeah. So if anyone wants to buy a t-shirt, send me a text. So I was really lucky and fortunate to go on the study tour this year. So I went with Michael Milojevic, who's been running the study tour, and Robin. So we got to around the Alpine region, saw some amazing buildings, had a lot of fun. So something I couldn't do when I was a student at the school. This year I'm teaching a fourth year paper where we're taking the port area and basically giving it back to the public. So it's a project called No Nucleus, No Destination, New Destination. So basically giving it back to the public, where we're putting an urban park, art gallery, and a new concert hall with no residential or commercial there. This is a house that I actually did a concept for, and then they actually built it. I thought just did the concept, they went with someone else, whatever, and I was at the Mount and I drove past it and they pretty much built it without me doing any drawings for it. This is what I just did when I was in Sydney. That's my mate Dave walking his dog. He was the builder on the job. He had a lot of recycled timber from all the projects he worked on, and reused them through the Safite there, Slate Safite, and inside the stairwell. His dog was happy to pose for the photos. I borrowed some art from some good friends in Sydney, Michael Johnson on the left, his son Matthew Johnson, and some Dion Hawksman sculptures. So it was really good to just go back and reconnect with friends, ask if I can borrow some art for the photo shoot. This is a project I'm doing right now for a friend. This is in Okotiri, just 10 minutes east of Palmerston North. So it's a really big site. You know, it's got a gully, but there's a no build line from erosion. So that sort of set this kind of steak-like, pork chop-like sort of build line. So from that, I looked at the wind, the sun, privacy, all of those things, and I ended up doing this internal double courtyard with a kind of ship-like sort of entry. So you'll enter and see this fine, sharp kind of ship point, and the house happens behind that. So this is, I don't know why I put this in, but anyway, there's Kate and Leo and their kid, and someone's playing golf. But anyway, so the house line and the ridge line and the roof line, the parapet line runs right down to be the fence line. So hopefully it looks a bit like a ship. This is a project I've been working on for a while. Like, it's called Rugby and Everything After. It's about New Zealand's infatuation with rugby. So I started with a sketch. I did an oil painting, and I've got this ball that's ready to go with a set of goalposts, like swords. And this is the last slide tonight. This is a project I've been working on. My dad gave me a Meccano set, and it's called the Skyscraper, and it'll probably never get built. I've run out of screws and bolts, so until I buy some more, I won't be able to get it to 2390, which is just under ceiling height, and then it should be finished. Thank you.
Obviously manages to make architecture a lot of fun. I'm the last speaker for this evening, and there's always, when you get asked to do these things, there's always